Oh my God.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why did they give... Chat, why did they give us a little teaser and then took it away? Raise, chamber... Wait, this is the guard, though. Wait, what? What? What's Koala on? Is he on Brim? Who's playing Raise? Nismo? Wait, this is a normal comp. Have they played? Are they playing? They're playing normal.
I think the only thought we can have is about to find out today, brother. I mean, it's just
the team that I expected to bring out the chamber is
unfamiliar to them because we've
team.
seen things like this on other maps, but it definitely brings an element of uniqueness compared to how other teams like to play map like Bind.
Yeah, I definitely had this kind of thought in my head, and I was even sharing it with the desk kind of privately, that I thought that there was a good chance we would see a composition from M80 similar to their Lotus composition on Bind, in which Koala Noob would play some type of smokes.
Damn, it's so fast. Okay, we're straighting. The guard on defense, M80 on attack. Let me just double check this. Tron, Sander, Nismo. Honestly, not too bad. Tex on chamber might actually be disgustingly good. I say might. I think it's going to be disgustingly good.
Yep. It's interesting, but
and it starts on defense as well.
Unfamiliar to us. So we'll see how things go. The real only major
Gone
difference
for more defensive TP on this one. 4-person stack over towards B.
Speaking of which,
I like this as well, just the info on the other side of this wall to see if they are walking through. They are walking through in reaction. They push over towards here once they hear the dog up towards short as well. Insta TP. 2-person insta TP.
Guard will still also have Tex lurking in towards this backside of the A site. And how does he get the second? Quality doesn't quite catch the timing through his own smoke. Xander will try to get the spike to rotate over towards B, but he's going to be met here by two defenders already ready for him.
This could be a slaughter, to be honest.
The guard, John Q2, last one left in 1v5. It's just about what can you find.
Yeah, without Spike in its possession and with everyone else being on the other side, there's not a whole heck of a lot that he can do. They have a pretty nice little bait and switch set up here if need be through hookah, but it's not required. Trent will just finish the job there with the frenzy. As the guard will go up 1-0 again, they certainly come into this map as a heavy favorite. They have a 5-1 record on Bind. They beat 0-0 Nation on this map in the group stage. They were very dominant within North America. Their only loss was a very close one, the Moist Moguls. Again, they were typically running the Sage instead of Chamber in the past, but they have made the switch to Tex playing Chamber and bringing him to the board, which we saw in the groups of this tournament, and they've kept up with that in this match.
What's after Bind?
Pal.
It's Pal and then Split if we get there.
Only their second time as a core playing Bind in a year and a half.
The timing on this one was nice though. The smoke to dodge the flash.
January of 2022. That's a long ways away.
Jesus. That's kind of sick. There's a gun. Well, I say a gun. Oh my.
Sheriff's also in the mix here, so M80, do you have the chance to fight from range?
Wait, it's looking actually outrageously good.
A lot of SMGs for the side of the guard. Headhunter out for
we got a molly. We got double molly. Wait, they have a lot of util.
Smoke deep through screens.
Yeah, they do still have at least some control through back halls. Prowler's going to detect this presence though, and it's going to allow.
They got a lot of util, and they prowlered and took elbow control. So they have some map control as well. There's one of the mollies down. Smoke over towards spawn as well. This one isn't fully done because there's low HP, so maybe Net can do something, but he's got to wait for the double mollies and the smoke to go down. What was that shot?
Net also getting one gives Tex a chance at this, which he does.
Hey, nicely done. I tell you what, this was probably this. You know the classic flash goes in smoke to block the flash. It's probably the best execution I've ever seen of it in terms of like the amount of the smoke was perfect. They got the most map control from it as well. They took it down instantly. And they took a lot of space. They took the gamble. I love this. I thought it was a great round. Pen as well with the 5 mums. Thank you so much for the tier 1. 5 mums. Thank you.
Considering how quickly you can attack short A, how you can do these fast side splits and feint and teleport, cool. Like it just seems like M80, if they have the reps and from practice, which we can't know, that their style would suit the map. You know what I mean?
3-person push of middle. Stinger hero.
A 3-man stack inside this mid connection, where Xander is watching. But as this smoke fades, there's a flash being held by Jonah P. It does not affect Xander, but
The
still
hero
down
gun. There's
wins
now
the
another one
gunfight.
down. Stim back to make sure they can get it. It's another gun in the hands. What's the reaction? They walk over towards... Man, there's so many jaws. Good luck, Observer. The two-person walk outside of showers at the moment as well. Spike is down over towards spawn. This guy's on his own. Nismo's double satcheled into heaven. Single satchel. This is crazy.
Netting a little bit of trouble. He's getting split from a couple different angles at once.
Big kill.
Just a classic to his name, and Nismo will eradicate that as well.
This is the two guns, though.
So now it's starting to settle down.
The one gun.
Yeah, I'll say.
Wow, okay, some confidence was shown here, for sure. Nice, nice idea, nice handling of it, good reaction over towards showers. I like this though, just a single smoke on defense, looks like a smoke just holding the choke point and then they flash through.
Yep. They don't have to do a whole lot of rebuying. It was 5 with 3 members, so that's 3 rifles carried over into this next round, keeping their credits in a decent position.
UI is broken again, is it? God's sake, man. Everything's struggling at the moment. Okay, so I imagine both teams are just buying up into this. The two people that died on M80 buy and then the guard buy into this one. So full buy round, the guard can't buy next. And I don't think anyone's got their ult.
Bit of shouldering checks over through Sands.
If someone ults, then
tapped at just a touch,
I mean, no one's got it. Someone might be close. One
really
away. Who knows?
In terms of reposition, deal with this. Hookah will be left open voluntarily, where the toxic screen will be the first point of contest for Net as soon as he hops and sees anything.
Yeah, banks a snake bite in the front of Hookah to try to slow down any progression from M80 as they are
nice easy way of doing it.
Run down this B side. They are all gathered up here. They have no presence.
With that molly, rotate comes in. That's too much.
Net gets caught jumping up. Awkward timing. Nismo is going to punish it, and now he's in the site.
Whoa.
He was so
1 HP as well. Oh man, it's meant to be.
Thought maybe for a second he was going to avoid line of sight, but not to happen. So
he was in a different dimensional plane, bro. He was wobbling.
Okay, so 2-pass and save on this. They did bring the op out. Nice to know that's in play. So 3 of them can't really buy on top of this. Where are we at? 2,900 lost bonus. So they're going to get an okay low buy between the 2 save guns. In terms of this, it's a perfect round. 3,000 for everyone that's alive. That's all of them. Well, I say it's 3,000 for everyone. But no one has to rebuy any guns. We're 1 away from Brimble. We got Razor.
Playstyle to suit bind. Just, you know, you consider the options you have to play the fast short A plays with double controller, or just get on the sites quickly then play post plant. That is kind of just M80's forte on some of the other maps in the pool, so they just never really had to try to flex bind before now. But so far,
Bros is saying you can't give up Hookah control against double drone comp like this.
The guard has nothing on this team. They have no idea what they're in for.
Yeah.
And so that element of surprise can sometimes be a problem, because maybe you've seen different things in practice, or maybe you have a good idea.
Get a dog out of them early. Prowlers out early.
People can play bind, and so you kind of build your defense and such over time through the different looks.
Let's see if this timeout is about that. Let's see if they agree with Doom Bros.
On stage.
Shaka, bro, what do you say? Every time I look in chat, Shaka, you're writing something weird, man. How long? I'm gonna give you the longest timeout. Wait, let me look quickly at what you put in here. Jesus Christ! Look at some of the stuff you're saying.
What utility they may hold on to. Yeah, it's a crazy situation without question when it comes down to trying to read the.
How long is this timeout? How mean am I gonna be?
The guard right now.
Yeah, I mean, you know that M80 likes to play fast, so you're expecting explosive plays, but you just don't quite know exactly.
Sure, you don't want to see some of this stuff.
Going to happen at any given time, so it's definitely an uphill climb.
You really don't want to see some of this stuff. Now, Jesus. The more I scroll up, the worse it gets.
And that certainly helps, but they have made this massive pivot with bringing the chamber into their.
Okay, Shaka, you're gonna with this. Honestly, you're getting a 1 day.
It was right. So, if that's the case, it's kind of the same thing. Like, yeah, you might know some of the guards' fundamentals on the
straight up 1 day.
Challengers this year, but they've made their own pivot.
Keep that stuff to yourself, my friend.
Which means you yourself don't have that much film on how they want to play this comp. So the mystery almost goes both ways, but certainly it leans more heavily in favor of M80.
Okay, timeout's done. Like we said, we got the HUD back. That's nice. 3 people have low buy into this. They get the judge. They're not listening. Well, they're kind of not listening to Doom Bros. They put the op over towards here, which was more to punish them if they are following the dog or whatever in. Judge comes in, like that a lot.
Valen also following up, takes care of Xander through shower side, so huge advantage here for the guard defensively, and they're finding weapons on
double
top of that.
TP. Do they know he's in the smoke? They have no idea. Timing, fantastic. Smoke goes soon. Whoa. Damn, keep this guy in brim. Oh god, he's going to ult for you. Oh, got the ult for ult. That's incredible, the brim off. Nice reposition from him.
They sure could, but they're going to commit forward. Valen shut down. The traded orbital strikes does keep us at a 2v2. EU at a single point worth of health, and John Petey will get to work trying to change that, but off through the box. Trent, big win. And actually, hold on a second. Whoa, what just happened? He pulled a showstopper and then canceled it?
Yes.
So now it's down to Tex for the 1v1. John Cutie will get the plant and back away off the near box through U-Haul. Still holding pretty close.
Okay, it doesn't matter what happens. Chat. Anyway, chat, I'm normally really good at explaining this one, but I need some help because I don't really know what happened
the
there.
right moment to be accurate, but just fast enough to get the frag before his opponent can respond. Definitely a weird interaction with Trent with the showstopper on the site. I'm not quite sure what happened there. He must have just hit the wrong key in the heat of the moment. Those things do happen. A little bit of a slip, but it wound up not mattering. As his teammate Tex is able to finish the job.
You reckon Scroll will?
That angle makes it even more awkward.
You reckon Scroll will up his like change gun and then he scroll down and then it hit the up or something? I don't know. It feels like a misclick. Some of you are saying bug, but I feel like it's more likely to be a misclick.
You don't want that all to just go up for nothing.
Sure.
Especially in a tight game. Full purchase still valved. Tex stole the operator.
I think it's just a straight up misclick. Chat and just pulled his gun out. Either way, doesn't matter. Everyone move on. It's all good.
For information here at Fountain. Sky is so powerful defensively on this side of the map just because of the guiding light.
Oh, this is a big round for the guard.
You get so much info all the time at Fountain.
Yep.
In these slower rounds, which really helps.
Misclick, you do this every time you raise. Every time you raise ult.
I'm sure they've seen it, but they might not be privy to feeling
every time, my brother, you need to not play raise anymore.
Hate to beat a dead horse,
100% of the time.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And at the moment, I mean, again, just based on how the guard is setting themselves up, it's just a little poke and prod from net through showers, but a lot of focus.
I'm hoping that's a, I'm hoping that's a loose term of every time.
Away from that angle. But as the Seekers get pulled offensively, M80 will make their move over towards A on the mid cut. Nisbo, this time Showstopper will be a part of the play. Just trying to clear things out, up and over the truck.
Oh, he tried to trade it and just sent it through. I'm not sure if Net had a flash here or anything, but the trade did not work. It was really bold if there was no flash on this one. Okay, nicely done. And this was the big run that forces them down to an eco 1,900 on top of this. So, yeah. Isaac, thank you so much, mate. Thank you. Fio, gifting a sub over towards Fio. Chat, let's get a lot of slug approves in for Isaac and some slugs in as well for Fio for all the modding. Isaac, thank you for doing that, mate. Good to see you, bro.
More and more. Nismo's going to be able to kind of, you know, change up his routes on which side he chooses to attack Lance from, I'm sure.
Dirty Rags as well, 1919 with the prime 2 months. Thank you for that, mate. Thank you very much, mate. Thanks for using your prime on me as well. Appreciate all the support today, everyone. Thank you. Okay, we got Jesus, straight back in. We got Chamber Op baiting in the Bucky. Oh my. There's a guy behind you. Does gun there. Manages to pick up the gun. Reactive push over towards here. The crossfire is incredible. Was incredible. Nismo got a really important kill over towards long. Valen 10 HP. I mean, why not? Why not? 2 smokes.
Not going to be easy by any means. EU is low on health. That's one little thing that kind of helps him out. He's got a couple of smokes still left. Maybe try to limit some angles.
Oh, yeah. What's this spoiler, though?
Not even really going to get much going at all there. Immediately taken out by EU. M80 are certainly liking to make these quick pivots through the teleporter. Also not surprised to see that from them. Viper's Pit now available.
Sure, it was just an eco. It was actually a pretty good damage eco, to be honest with you. What the?
Op is out again for Tex. Viper's Pit available for Net to lock down one area of the map early.
To get the op back out.
Coming into this with, you know, no resume at all.
Maybe the op needs to play inside hookah or something.
Yep.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway. Op goes over towards long, 3-person stack over towards A. It's the same similar thing where if guard loses, they have to eco.
Viper's Pit will defensively be used over towards B as Valen just takes a dry peek through mid connector and takes off ahead. So Xander will drop.
What?
M80 still trying to force their way forward, but as Valen takes down another, M80's hopes of trying to continue forward on this angle are pretty much out the window.
He's going for more. I'm just seeing a smoke down and just bullets. Thinking it's meant to be.
Going here. Showers will get cleared out by Jonah P just to make sure that they aren't setting up a split. He's going to do it again with the guiding light.
Nice info. They're going to keep 3 people here with this. I like this as well. They do the sasso over towards long and then put the alarm bot. Sorry, what are we calling this? Just the trip? Just the trip inside?
It's no problem.
There is no reason to move. Jonah P is going to
3 pass and push.
Here, though, and actually a little bit of a burst play from the guard. Goes 2 for 2 though, so
yeah. I mean, I like the idea. Why
not
not?
as efficient as the guard I'm sure we're hoping for, but still it's a 1v3 situation for Koala as he will collect the orb and just back away.
Yeah, not too shabby. Yeah, they're going to lose a couple of players on that, but they still have a 3-on-1.
30 seconds
They still have everything pretty much covered. Going to be very tough for Koala to do much here. He's able to get a smoke that might allow him to get out.
The reason they didn't go for the normal smokes to block this vision is he's hoping that someone heard the stim pack and then thinking that they'd be faster over towards short. Then he's trying to do smokes that makes it look like he's coming out over towards short. Just in case everyone's like, why is he not smoking off the hop here?
For the course, I think, for Fear the Guard, just the ability of being able to kind of dictate and stop any early contest on the map, force them to have to play through mid. It just never feels good, I think, especially in the face of Tech sniping on one side, and you still have the ability to drop mollies and smokes on that mid cross anyways.
Guard survived with 3 people. So that's good for their econ. 2 people now can't buy next, but we'll see how it goes. Koala 1 away from his ult. This might get a little bit crazy, to be honest with you. 2 pass and push down long. What's the timing on this? Oh my.
Oh yeah. But they're not committing. Look, this push though for B.
But Xander may actually catch timing on this. Yeah, catches one in the corner, but Jonah P does fight back. Flash gets popped. John Cutie on the hunt. And this is all about just isolating Jonah P, trying to stop him from doing too much damage, but
no way, that's ridiculous. EU takes this in as well, and the guy in heaven hasn't checked. What the hell is this round at the moment? Oh my god. Oh. It's all kicking off on this one.
Now it's just down to Koala Noob in a 1v2.
I also don't even know that he detected Trent was
I can't believe Jonah P got 3. I can't believe Jonah P got 2
So
here.
Koala may be
Let alone a
rotating into
third
situation
one.
where he thinks it's clear, and quite literally it's not. Trent is right here in back halls, waiting for Koala to start to play at any moment. Koala, though, doing his due diligence, he's clearing stuff out. He's weary that there could indeed at least be showers control that never got checked, because everything was through short A on their initial attack. So he's minding his P's and Q's to clear it out, but he's running low on time.
Thing is, he's got a lot of great post-play tools. Orbital strike, molly, 8 shells won't quite get there. Spam shots also not fully going to land, and Koala Noob will just kind of step in towards the smoke. Maybe catch one on the cross, but Tex, how does he hit that? Running and gunning with the headhunter, and that'll put the guard back to within 1.
I don't think that was an intentional gap on that smoke either. I think that was a missed smoke.
I don't think so either.
And I think that just comes down to the fact that he hasn't played much Brimstone. Again, never played it in an official match that we could find.
Well, it's fine, right? He thought he might be in lumps.
Some easier peaks on them as he was trying to escape the site to set up in the 1v2.
No more dream.
Either way, the guards starting to find their footing defensively here, as typically they win kind of an equal amount of rounds, attack and defense. I mean, they're right under 60% on both sides of the map, so they feel very comfortable on attack and defense. And after a bit of a rocky start, they now start,
M80
finding themselves closing the gap and keeping this thing close. It's now 4-5. Timeout coming in here for M80 to talk things through.
Good time for one as well.
Yeah, certainly. It seems like their sails are starting to lose a little bit of wind. The gusts are dying down, and so time to figure out a way to adjust.
Yeah, and I think the thing here for M80 is you got to start thinking about this B long setup. They haven't even really contested B long at all, which is why I think the guard take that as a chance to push through and say, let's see what we can get over towards Fountain side. The same can be said through showers. I mean, everything's going to either come through hookah or right through mid. Nothing has been played through showers or over towards B long side. And I think if you're M80, you need to diversify just a touch here.
Yeah, but the problem is how deep can their playbook even be, right? Like, we just don't know what they've been able to work on if they just decided to not worry about buying and just really focus
3
on
ults that they
everything
would
else.
love
If it came down to playing
to
buy, we'll
use.
just kind of freestyle it almost.
I mean, they can combo these heavy.
So that'll be the big question, I think, to kind of answer yours, I just answered another question. How deep is their playbook? How do you like them apple shift?
About to find out, brother.
Yeah.
Solo
you thought I was going to give you something? I just asked you another
Flash
question
towards
instead.
showers. They know no one's in showers.
Sure. If you will.
So they feel like they create a question mark.
More, same setup here
And they
coming
straight up go
through.
rotate for the B
Defense
hit.
of the guard, heavy stacked through B long. They don't see anything. It is just the solo defensive techs on towards A.
This is the first time
And this will be the
we've
first
held
time
heavy
really
onto this.
are
Are they ready to brim out with this?
Scout destroyed.
And that scout
Doesn't
was not
matter.
seeing anything.
Nothing.
Because they didn't find the
Got
guy
shut
who's
down
stuck in the
real
corner.
hard. It's gonna get countered by the poison
Crazy,
orb.
crazy risky
You
playing
know,
here
stop M80 for one
with
to go.
against the double.
They're
Against
just
the
gonna
double
nightfall the
initiator.
site. Are they gonna commit?
Brim out.
Don't even know if
That's
much
the
can
combo I was
stay by.
talking
It's
about.
okay.
Worked out
So
really,
Wolf
really
Shrinko
well.
does land.
Really,
Defensive
really
one
well.
also
That was
getting
actually
used in
sick, to be honest with you.
response. Trades the kill feed, get us to a 4v3 situation in favor of M80. But the rotation's going over towards Texas direction. He does get flashed out. Teleports back. Viper's Pit keeps the rest of this push safe. A couple other spam shots coming through. The Headhunter also out just to try to make something heroic happen, but it won't fully work out. Quick contest though. Jonah P. right through shower side. He actually gets one and can step away now. Still decayed down low, and he'd be very careful at snake bite. Down to just a single point of health for now. Has to back off. Net on the other side is trying to work his way into sight still. Last flash for Jonah P. Doesn't quite see, I don't think the player sitting in the corner. Predictions out, but doesn't make a difference. Xander gets the jump on it. And now Net in for a 1v3. Likely not going to do too much with this. There's a flash
round
check.
from them.
That does step away to keep his
Really love
life,
this
but
combo back OB
it will
here.
be a 6th
Fade
round for
all
M80.
across in. Obviously
Yeah,
tags for
beautifully played
minus
around there
80.
from M80.
Minus
You know,
80
lobbing
decay, you're going to get
utility
it back,
on
but then they
really
insta-brim
keeping
ulted
that
on it,
double
and it was
hookah
enough to
stack
take
present.
down Trent, I think it
Not
was, the
really
back of
allowing
sight, even with the
anyone to
satchel.
rotate over to A
So
to
that was nice. And
reinforce
then the
Texas
raise nade, I
position,
didn't
who
see
was
where it
basically
went,
totally
but
reliant upon his forward angle on short.
potentially
the fact that he had
that comboed off the
Trinit
80 as
inside
well.
of
I'm not entirely
showers
sure.
to detect if anything had pushed through that direction.
Okay,
He
no.
gets nothing as he's blocked out by the Viper's Pit and a smoke and gets caught while he tried to pull the pistol out. That high-low play in the corner was never going to allow Jonah P any forward momentum there. And so M80 up 6-4. Nismo has the showstopper available, so does Trent. I'm down for a low rocket launcher battle.
We very well may get it as well.
I'm
based
up
on how
for it.
both like to use it. Net, once more, again, free control for the guard over towards B long. That has not been a problem for them in any form. It's been this hit towards Hookah that's causing the most amount of headaches. Tex Trailblazer out, Nismo. Ooh.
I think Nismo's
I would say
very
both
happy
players
that he
pretty
took the
lucky to be
TP
alive
there.
after that engagement.
30 HP.
Overcalls get Nismo back to 100
Gets the
HP,
heal
we'll
back
stay
to 100.
5v5.
Yeah, Hookah
Trip is
control
still
will be
here.
given over to M80.
No op out.
So they have that extra bit of real estate.
Flash
They
goes
still have
in,
presence over towards
doesn't hit
showers.
anyone. Yeah, Sky's going to go
Kinda being
rotate
dominated
with
by
us.
Trent right now at the forward angle.
Yeah.
Guiding light will come through there, kind of clear out towards Lancer and John Cutie, but no commitment behind it. They are just kind of leaving the lurk of Xander inside of that long A area while they, again, just hold on to Hookah and maybe look to pounce on B here.
Sure feels like that's going to happen. Trademark slows down Nismo pretty considerably.
Oh my.
Showstopper towards Octagon, not going to work out. Trent also teleporting through, trying to clear out the backside of Hookah.
That's
but
a massive-
the action
that is a
really is
massive
happening
duel.
more so over towards Xander's direction. He gets two
What a weird
lurking
round at
through
the
A.
moment.
Tex
Tex?
is still very healthy and on sight. Catches, oh, not one off guard. I thought he had Nismo dead to rights, but the footstep sounds allow Nismo a chance to react. One trade back from Trent, but still
Yeah, nicely
it's a
done in the
2v4
end. Holy hell, they're
situation. Nismo will
getting
not allow that to happen. A
really
7-4
high score on
tally
this at the
comes
moment.
through.
They
One to
lost
play for the
pistol
half.
as well.
Yeah, just a beautiful little play there from M80 because they're able to attack into B, get to the backside of it, and then use Xander's lurk through the attacking spawn, as well as its ability to
Buy is
cut
not
off
that
the A
good.
rotates to secure a massive advantage in the post plant. Not to mention Nismo catches Tex there despite being caught a little bit off guard, as you noted. He winds up with the hat trick, and again, Nismo on raise is a beautiful thing. These days doesn't get to play it as often as Qualnoob's the primary duelist of the squad, but when he gets
Sheriff,
to break it out,
Stinger,
particularly on
Spectre.
Lotus lately, he's
Yeah.
always been fantastic. Again,
got
he is
everything.
definitely a top player in almost every metric for Ascension and throughout Challengers. He is such a powerful star on this team.
This is a lot of trust here that Net can hold off this play with nothing but a Sheriff while the rest of the guard push through B long again. That's his second snake bite down. He does actually
Even
put a
on
lot
his
of damage
three-person
into Nismo. I
push.
think that was
Obviously,
maybe part of
we've
the-
got no
probably
trips
to
on
the
this
box.
comp.
Regrowth though.
But, yep, absolutely. Healed back up. M80 going to get themselves a
I'm
chance
just
to
going to
plan.
get away from them
And now it's down
there.
to Quality all of
Oh
a sudden,
boy.
trying to back away
Definitely
through
wants to
mid.
Ooh, the call to fight.
Just try to survive a little while longer, but the shots start to come through for the guard.
Oh, what the hell was that?
No worries.
That's the guy with the double molly as well, and the smoke. Not on the spike, but over towards him.
Clears out U-Haul, but there's still so much the guard have to do here, and not a ton of time to do it. They will toggle the spike. That'll be enough for Xander to toss out a snake bite.
Holy nice round from Xander. What the hell?
8-4 on their first attempt on bind.
8-4, they lost pistol. That's nice. I know they won the second round, but still lost the pistol.
Xander has been mint this tournament for this team. Again, we talked about how he wasn't always like the biggest star throughout Challengers, always kind of Koala Noob and Nismo who really took the spotlight when you look at North American Challengers. But at Ascension, Xander is top 3 in ACS and kills per round, and he is top 10 in almost every other metric. He has been absolutely phenomenal in this controller role for this squad, and he came up big in that final round. Nismo obviously also just having a field day on the Rays.
In terms of pistol rounds, again, it's 3-2, 1-0 for this map.
Pretty much every time. So, no shocker there. But yeah, that was definitely a great attacking side from M80 for their first go on this map.
3-person walk push. Oh man, there's too many people here. Yeah, nicely done.
From M80 right down
they just double send it through the smoke.
The combination of Fallon and Trent. Xander does get a trade off the action to get us to a 2v3.
Looking like a double pistol. They get the information that they're both here. Good plant. Take spawn.
I really thought that M80 were going to have the jump there.
The only good news for M80 is they have a smoke to cover this.
I believe that was on net next to him. But Jonah P was able to kind of recover from it.
As well as good.
He got some help from his teammates, and they wound up getting into a 3-on-2 post plan here.
Well, Fallon just kind of
I like that game. Nicely done. Playing his life, does the smoke reach?
Still ready for Xander to try to block off this heaven cross, but the problem is this spike is just in such a tough spot to just stick to.
Half.
Xander's gonna give it a go, and he does halfway. No one's taking any shots at this. Xander's gonna
whoa, that was close. It's okay. The guard won it. Crazy close.
I mean,
oh my god. The really nice attempt. That was ridiculously close.
Real close.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So close I actually had no idea who won for a little bit there.
On the edge of the orb, sticking it the whole way through. That was really our only chance to win in that scenario. It certainly got very near it. We're looking at it here. All the bullets are going astray. But
actual knife to secure it. Show the P, man. Yeah, play.
That's pretty interesting.
Good replay.
Grand scheme of things, but
that's massive.
He has the highest knife headshot percentage in Ascension.
And the curiosity point here for M80 is going to be how do they want to defaultly set up this defense? And they're putting a lot of focus on the outside of the map here as well, at least initially. Again, it is just pistols, 3-2 split. E will see the utility streak in towards lamp side. Smoke will block them and actually kind of hold them inside of showers. Grenade comes out, but that is a mere inconvenience. Delays the plant for a little bit, but Trent will just hop right back on and get to work planting again.
No worries at all. Retake already being held at bay through the long side here as Texas pinching them from behind. The spawn is going to get some help here from Valen as well. Valen will do the honors. Should be a formality now.
Should be. Snakebite blocking the exit. Net checks it.
Valen's pretty close to his ult.
John Cutie, Xander, the last two left.
They want to let him hunt?
They are just going to try to sacrifice themselves to the spike detonation, try to keep this flawless from finding any more kills.
No, okay. I thought there might be a world where maybe he traded guns here and he just sent it.
On the scoreboard by continuing to find success in these
2 away from
rounds. They have been so good on pistols in this tournament. I want to say they're in that near 70%
they're plus 70%.
Yeah, and that's including now. I'm just thinking like trying to do the quick math, including what we've seen so far this grand finals. They've won what, 3 pistols of the 4?
Where's Dasp? He's over here somewhere.
5
there
of
he is.
6.
Okay.
This is map 3.
Yes. I did the cardinal sin.
Tried to do caster math.
Found him.
Doing caster math live. It's the wrong play every time.
It's either 5 or 4, one of the 2.
Yeah, when people ask me for casting tips, sometimes that's literally the first tip I give them is don't do math. And I just did it. So, didn't heed my own advice.
Well, the guard are going to make their approach in towards Hookah. There will be one waiting, but the flash out. Whoa, Xander actually dealing a lot of damage, even though he does eventually fall. Could not quite fully get out of hookah. There are no other defensive players nearby, so this should lead to a very quick plant here for the guard.
Yeah, going to be 7-8 right around the corner, and so all of the good work that M80 did on their first go of bind to create some separation has now been shrunken quite a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Again, we have no idea how comfortable they are playing defense on this map.
What guns have they got though?
No
Because
stats to
like
go
this,
off of, no
this
eye
isn't
test to
too bad.
rely
Because they
upon,
don't have the
so
guns to upgrade.
hard
So
to know, but what I can tell you is, again, the guard
this isn't
team
too
that's
bad,
usually pretty
right?
good for finding 6 or more attacking rounds on this map.
like not
and
giving
so
them the guns to upgrade
at
here
this
is
point,
pretty.
that would just be quite enough.
Yeah, sure would be. And
But 5
again,
alive, I agree. Their
really
economy's
need to kinda keep our
outrageous.
eye on what exactly with still
But in
full
terms
weapons,
of like the
M80 wanna do
guns that they
defensively
have,
here,
it's
'cause
not
in
the
this
worst
first couple of
call.
rounds, it has been a lot of focus in trying to take over this shower side of the
I've
map at
seen
the
worse,
moment.
is what I'm saying. I
That
think this
round
is
just
fine.
The Viper laying by themselves, kind of hopefully delaying for what would surely have to be some sort of an early rotate, whether through teleporters or just around the back, and that doesn't come
If you're the
through,
guard
so
though,
what's this setup going to look
you're
like
loving
here
it.
again from M80?
Straight up.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
They went for the
like they're gonna be a
4-1
team just
as
based
well
on
at the beginning
if I
and
just
got
think about
punished.
The rest of their pool and just
pretty
thinking about
devastating.
Fine in general, that they're going to want to be proactive somewhere on the periphery of the map, whether that be through Octagon or whether that be inside showers. Like, I feel like they're not a team that likes to play back.
It's
and
gonna be
play
a slug
retake.
game.
They like to try to
Snops,
disrupt
what's
their
up, bro?
opponents,
Snops
especially
with the
a team
2
like
mums.
Guard, who's
Thank you,
very
thank you, mate.
comfortable
Appreciate the
playing
tier 1.
you know,
Thanks
the
for doing that,
methodical
Snops.
default
Sure.
style. Like, you want to rattle them. You don't want to let them get comfortable and have a foundation to launch from.
Hope you're good.
And there's also the point
Why
of
the
you
numbers on the
have
minimap?
Sky
It's just for the
and
observer
Fade,
to
so
see.
you've
He's
got a lot of
pressing.
tools
If he
to
presses
get
1,
early
it goes to
aggravation
1,
and
2,
clear out
etc.
those extremities. So once more, it'll be hookah focus here for the guard. Very quick to get their approach. There is a judge in hand for Xander. He will be seen, and well, the threat is also known. A little bit of pre-fire coming through. Xander just going to pop up through a couple of the shots, but Trent actually
No way.
collects the kill. And
Oh
all of a sudden,
man,
the guard can
this
still
defense
commit
is falling
forward
apart.
as John Cutie gets
The
caught.
the
That's gonna
potential
lead to another very
lack
heavy
of
post plant
practice
for the
on
guard.
this is now starting to
Unfortunate
show,
judge and
to
not
be
become the
honest.
executioner there. And so it allows the floodgates to open for the guard on the site for the spike plant. And now a tie game is right around the corner.
RJ
it
Hanna,
seems.
what's up? Oh, sorry, RJ
Maybe
Han.
just saving the
Thank
rest
you
of
so
their
much for
weapons
that,
on the other
RJ.
side of the map.
With the Prime as well, 2 mums. Thank
Again,
you,
it's
mate.
not often you get to see Trent play a duelist, but similar to Nismo, when he gets his chance
You're new
to
into
play
watching
Raze,
Vow. Is there any reason why the
the man
UI
can
isn't
pop
up?
off.
Nah, they're just having
That
issues,
Trent
bro.
has been phenomenal.
It's unlucky timing
I mean,
on your.
everybody has
on
been
your
known
behalf,
for a
yeah.
long time. This guy is great, but I would say throughout challengers, he kind of got maybe a little bit overshadowed by how well Tex was playing at times, or just the general like overall team play.
Right.
But this dude is leading in almost every category. Essentially, I'm talking. He's #1 ACS, #1 KD.
Okay,
number
well,
one average
in
damage
terms
per round,
of
#1 kills per
in
round,
terms
he's
of
top
the
3 in
guard,
clutch percentage.
the
Trent's
money
giving it to you everywhere,
is out of
all the
control.
time,
If
all
the HUD was
tournament
here,
long,
you would see
all
them all
situations.
around
I mean, he is
8,000.
A guy
Maybe
that,
even
again,
some
a lot of
9,000s,
people already knew just how
right?
good he
Let me
was.
think.
Again, he had an opportunity
Yeah, I
or
think
2
so.
or 3 probably to be in
I
VCT this
think
year.
so.
Elected to stick with the
Neppy
squad.
_Z with the Prime.
hoping that
Neppy,
it
thank
would
you
pay
so much.
off,
Chat,
they
new
could
member of
ascend
the Slug Club
together.
while we get the
He is
attack
certainly
pause
putting his
coming in.
best foot forward here in Brazil.
Thank you so much for that,
And
mate.
this
Welcome into
team
the Slug Club.
overall
Appreciate
certainly
you.
looking to
And
put their
Pat
best foot
Coast
forward
as
towards the
well.
second
Pat
half
Coast
of
with the
this
Prime
series.
3 months. Thank you both of you. Thanks for using your Prime on me.
Well, it's an M80 timeout here. Having really not found much.
They're gonna
at
go
all on
aggro,
the defense,
I imagine.
maybe save just
If
a
they
pistol
don't
around
have
them.
like proper,
And a little bit
if
of
they haven't been
cheekiness off the
practicing it
opener,
much,
but
they
didn't
might as well
fully
just
work
go
out,
aggro,
so
play it like Paper Rex
gotta
or
see
something. See if they can
and
hold a
the
default.
problem has to be, what are we about hookah at the moment? Because the last 3 rounds, the
Honestly,
guard have
maybe
just
that's what they
walked
wanted to
into
do at the beginning with the
essentially sure
1-4.
hookah.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting question. I mean, there's really a
'Cause
couple
they
different
just
ways
went
you can go
fast
about
over
it. It's
towards
either you
B.
can test it, or you make sure that you control octagon and long, and you have another anchor point in retaliation to having hookah being taken. It's either that, or you have to play more of a retake so that
Daehoot
Matt
as
can
well.
play at elbow and
Daehoot
back calls
or
and just
yeah,
kind of like
Daehoot,
waiting for the
right?
cavalry to rotate and then try to pinch them
Hopefully I'm
together.
saying it
So
right.
there's a
4
whole bunch
months
of
with the Prime as well,
ways
mate.
you
Thank you
could
so
go
much for
about
that.
doing it, but again, how many of those protocols do M80 have established?
Sure.
That's what this game comes down to a lot of the time. Is throughout practice.
Thank you so much for
throughout,
the 4 months.
scrims
Thank
and
you for the
dry
Prime.
runs or whatever
If I was
else
coach
you do to prepare
Sentinels,
for a match, part of that
would
is
you like to
building
see them?
protocols,
What would I
building
like
a
to see
flowchart
them
on
do
how
in
you
last
wanna
chance
approach certain
qualifier?
situations. Do M80
Get
have
some double jewelers out.
that decision-making process
Don't be afraid
in
to play
place
Reyna. Straight
for
up,
all the
I'll be
different
putting
things that can
10s
be
on
thrown
Reyna.
at them
I'll
on a
put
map
that out
they've
there
never
right
played
now.
before competitively.
Well,
That's a tough one to say.
I will say that I would prefer to see them stay a little bit more restricted on these opening engagements, because the last 3 rounds that have come through, M80 defenders on A have just conceded the round. They haven't even had a chance to contest. Orbital Strike will opening things up here, though, go for the guard. Quality just trying to spam, seeing if he can get lucky while the rest of the defense tries to rotate in. There are full weapons on both sides here, but look at the space that Jonah P's gotten through. Denies the first bit of utility, and then Jonah P.
This kid's incredible, man. This kid's incredible.
Paint shells follow up by Trent.
Just get him in franchising.
Again, John Cutie
I've seen enough. Get him in franchising.
To try to save the weapon.
That was such a beautiful strat from the guard. Again, the guard known for their methodical play most of the time, but the thing that they are also so good at is just being able to be dynamic and throw in those pacing changes just when you least expect it. And that was beautifully orchestrated as far as their utility usage goes. They use orbital strike in such a way to just clear out the entire back right-hand corner of A side. What does that do? It gives you a guaranteed free lane to attack the site from, right? So you smoke heaven, you smoke the rotation elbow, you know that the entire right side of A is clear.
Timo B as well with the prime. Thanks so much, 9 months. Do you think no matter what, all 10 players, all 10?
If anybody decides to get gimmicky and try to
I think there will be a few that get wrecked.
That's exactly what Jonah P was
I don't know who they would be, because honestly,
again,
it will probably come down to roles, teams, and who's looking. But
wow.
Oh,
well,
thank you for that overview. Prius.
Round will end, and the guard will now all of a sudden be up in the lead 9-8. It has been flawless offense to this point. And well, M80, it's just one of those things of it just doesn't feel like anything's working at the moment, and I just don't know how you make a call here after a timeout and a full buy. You just didn't find really anything at all.
Dude, it is crazy how much Jonah P has leveled up for Ascension. I mean, the guy was always a solid player. Again, more of a supportive element, so never really in the limelight, so to speak. But he's actually number 4 in KD at this tournament, and he's also up there in some of the other categories that maybe he wasn't ranked as highly in challengers. Like
some confidence.
Land Jonah P is a different beast.
That's some confidence. Shoots the Prowler with the op.
Kind of take away some focus through showers
Insta
here.
Gets to the Headhunter, is that what we're calling it? I think that's what it's called. Honestly, it has his TP there though, so I get it.
By way of the teleporter, but again, that is
okay. Straight up retake of B.
The guard will control halls. They'll control through the site.
He used waiting him
last little showstopper hit
just in case someone takes this.
Make this M80 defense really have to consider what they want to do for the retake. Seekers are out though.
Seekers go in. They know that everywhere's clear.
Again, delay the inevitable. Sniper rifle for Tex watching the cross. Predicted it the whole way through. M80 completely stuck, trying to find their way in, but they just don't have any information at all. And you
got no smoke for this as well.
Gonna peek them, and there's no reason for the guard to do that. Shorty out for net. That will
Molly
work.
coming in. Brim Molly on the spike right now.
John Cutie a bit caught, and there is just no ground anywhere for M80 to work with.
No, not at all. Again, just another beautifully orchestrated A execute.
It's too good. You can tell the lack of practice on this one.
Clear out the entirety of lamps and the site itself. They use that to get the spike planted, and they find themselves some beautiful post-plant positioning.
I'd rather they just go aggro than this.
Lamps to perfection. Tex having the operator inside, you know, halls to play the long-range battle. And now they're up 10-8, looking to take this pick, try to get themselves ahead in the series.
Player standing.
It's been as calm as it could be on the offensive side, especially consider that, again, based on the first half, the eye test kind of checked out for how M80 were playing their offensive half, but they just have not had a chance to contest a single plant. It's just been almost borderline too easy, I would say, right now for the guard on the offensive half.
Yeah, the guard have definitely dictated the pace of this entire side. I mean, they've been able to get whatever map control they've wanted. They've been able to take sites with ease. Always seemingly
Green
been
Frog
out
pick.
ahead
What's
in the
up?
Initial trades.
2 months. Thank you.
And M80 has kind of been battered in the submission. Like, they're not really able to play.
Yeah, it's been in the game for a while that he can just crab walk and be accurate.
Not as privy to.
Gun strong.
Once again, there's the Trailblazer information. Oh, good counter though. Haunt comes
That
through.
was
Also,
nice.
Follow up.
The Teva nade.
Nismo finding everything in this round at the moment. Tex battles back for one, but Nismo goes showstopper.
Oh, what the? Whoa, through the legs.
He was inside the middle of the container.
Still a 1v2, by the way.
But it's Tex for a 1v2 situation. Flash out, steps away from it, makes the contact, finds the first headhunter. No, not gonna quite land.
Close.
Takes it down, and M80 bring it back to within one.
That was really on
This round is everything because they win that round right there with one person. They don't have great money, And if they lose this next one, 1,900 on the money that you're going to see here is going to be devastating. So this is the round.
For EU inside the front of Hookah. Held them in place for the paint shells to pop them. Insane the showstopper miss. Let's not forget about that. Not sure what happened there. That was pretty wild. Winds up being no harm, no foul. Though M80 do collect the win.
They picked up the ult. Brim off. I'm down for it.
Absolutely.
Economy very reserved.
Viper ult over towards short.
Yeah,
Brim op watching Hookah.
True. Very
Is this the one-way Viper smoke here as well, I imagine? So yeah, nice setup. Trying to force them over towards the 3.
Over to watch B. 2 of them in particular playing right at the edge of long.
Nice pause. Nice pause. Not expecting that one. Also, I think you can see the feet when you put the smoke up, so that's really nice. Definitely going to force them in towards this stack. We'll keep an eye on this Viper just in case it does anything crazy. EU takes contact. We have flash from John, double swing. Oh, that's nice contact. Nice setup. 2 in a row. The money is low, so the fact that they can keep all 5 alive will be incredible.
Next week, it's
another Happy Gilmore reference that you missed from earlier by then.
It's fine.
Guys, let him save though. Honestly, let him save. Let him do his thing.
I can see it.
Could be.
Yeah, get the op set up. Okay, I like this. Get the op set up. That's nice.
Okay.
Oh, ops
so
moved.
This is better for M80.
Yes.
Now, the thing about it is, can they continue to put this same kind of pressure on when they don't have things like a Judge Viper's pit combo?
True.
I mean, you still have an orbital strike, still have things like a Nightfall, so there's still a lot of tools here for M80 to try to get this through the finish line, but
10 seconds left.
What a perfect round in the big important round that I built up, so that was nice. Very good round for them. It's actually
they were on a tear
really doable.
to kick off this half on the attacking side. They had a couple of
How long did it take me to upload the VODs? A little bit longer on this internet. I would say after the games are done, they'll all be up in like an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe.
To just, take control and get spiked down and
I would say an hour and a half, honestly. If you're impatient though, my VODs on Twitch should be up.
John Cutie able to rattle off a couple of Guardian frags there and basically shut the round down. Upgrade weapons as well, and now put us all square at 10 apiece. And so, you're starting to see another tight game here, similar to Ascent.
My upload's not high enough. I think it's like 20 here.
Once again, that is what these two teams will be called upon to do.
It's not great.
Oh yeah.
Who will respond? That's going to be the question. Can M80 convert a win on Vine on
so
the first time of
they
ever
never
asking,
had, in my area where I live, they
or
never
can the
had
Guard use the
better
advantage you would
internet,
think they would
but
have based on their
I think
resume on the map
it
and
might
their
be a thing
fluency
because
comfort
I got an
to
email the other
get
day,
the job done and
so
take the edge.
maybe.
And I think this has to be for the Guard, putting a little bit maybe more attention into trying to count out the utility coming from the Sky and the Fade on the other side, because the last couple of rounds, the Prowlers, the Flashes, the Trailblazers, they've all found tons of value in controlling the outsides of the map.
Right.
So if you're looking at this from the Guard's point of view, are we going to try to commit some extra resources and try to dominate those outside plays, or do you just kind of wait it out a little bit longer and pull like an old school T1 strategy of don't show anything until 30 seconds left in the round and then hit something?
I mean, that's the thing. Guard can play all
Interesting,
styles.
Ray.
I mean,
Okay.
we talked about that multiple times throughout this series, and I feel like that's such an important point to reiterate.
Yeah, I'll check it out,
Is
Ray.
how dynamic they are on this attack. They're different styles. That they can bring to
Where
the
the hell
table.
are we?
Again, so far the bulk of their success has been on the set pieces, but
2 in a
yeah, maybe
row.
you do just kind of slow it down, use your map fluency to kind of poke and prod and
Sky
try to
Flash
catch M80,
with the
in a
eye
tough
trying to
spot
get
where
a
they don't
kill
know how
through
to
their
rotate.
smoke. They see nothing.
Well, this could be interesting. A little poke
This
and prod
is
on both
weird.
sides of the map simultaneously.
Love it.
The offensive toxin screen kind of covers over.
Does
through
the
mid.
Brim op
Molyneux is
get to the angle in time? It's so close.
very forward with the
Yes,
operator
it does,
on
and he
the
saw him.
Brimstone.
Damn.
Sees one, and
It's
yeah,
the most
huge
perfect
connection.
timing
Triple
ever.
drop.
Brim op.
And now the Guard have to kind of
Flash
consider
goes
what
in over
exactly do we
towards
do from
long,
here,
does
'cause you
hit.
don't really have a lot of
So
information
does
on
that
what's still
keep
on
the
this A
rotate?
side, and,
No,
well,
okay.
if they peek this, they may get
kill.
punished. Xander getting one would be
I
fine.
love this setup. Dude, they got some nice
But
setups at the moment, honestly. Straight
And
up
now
just
it's down to
contact,
JP as
something else
M80
happens
have
on the
come to life
contact
here to
each
the
time.
defensive half.
It's
Keep
good.
running into these bait and
It's actually
switch
looking really
plays
good.
on these choke points that M80 keeps setting up. I mean, last round it was Octagon that they did it. This round's on short. They just swing off each other so well.
Get a little bit nervous when
Vaughn
Jonapi's alive, not gonna lie to you.
So he probably leaves
Guard are
the
probably gonna call a
tournament in
timeout.
Brimstone op frags, I would imagine. another fun stat for you.
They got
That's
three
right. Nice
ults,
headshots
one's a
and
chamber.
These are the types of things you don't get on your website of choice, all right? You only get it from your boy.
They did it last round? Oh yeah, of course they did. We were
broadcast,
just
okay?
floating around the crowd,
Let me
yeah.
let you know.
I remember. Okay.
As he certainly hit a couple of nice ones this round.
Yeah, Chai, you're right.
I like that the guard were doing the split pressure early. I mean, I was a big fan of that. It's just, unfortunately, they got picked apart by the op that they probably were not anticipating from Qual, if I had to guess. And then again, there's another bait and switch play pans out for M80. And now they're ahead 11-10.
And the economy for the guard starts to become a little bit thinner here.
Yep.
Tour should be out for Tex.
Skyop.
Credits are starting to fall, though, across the board. But it looks like this very well may just be a very quick execute through showers, and Qual noobs seem to be thinking the
Okay,
exact
so they're
same
gonna
thing.
now
So he drops
think
an early
with the
volley. He also
Yuto and the
has
Molly, obviously, that
a
the
smoke
op is
and, more
here.
importantly, the orbital strike if he needs
Are
it,
they
so he
fine
backs
with
up
that?
safely into U-Haul to try to hold his life.
Yeah, Niz will actually re-clear showers. After
Prowler
the
goes
fact as
over
well,
towards
which is very
B, spots
interesting.
nothing.
He'll play
Gonna keep the
inside the
3-person
smoke.
stack with that.
Tex
Wait,
does have
both of Valorant's smokes
The
were
big
used
boom
in
sit.
this, so they really wanted to exec heavy.
Florida force.
Both of the smokes were used, and now they only
Yeah,
have
I'm
one
curious if
smoke.
that was just a stall for some reason.
So yeah, they
That seems
stalled a
really
lot for the
weird.
smokes that are down. Valen uses his last smoke here on site.
Seekers right afterwards.
They're gonna have to use the Viper
That's the
maybe
hit
to
through
plant.
mid, actually. It's coming through.
Big
It's
kill.
going to Peace Seekers out, and Tex eventually does connect onto Nismo. So now the kills lead to an opportunity for the guard to make their way on towards
Keep
A,
an eye on the
or
time.
Move in towards EU's direction. How many does he get? No, just one.
Jonah.
Follow up though. John Cutie's got an operator out.
Oh my,
And the guard
okay.
has to be thinking, how many ops do these guys have? 3v2 situation. Spam fire coming out from Qual Noob doesn't quite get the job done. Viper's pit being placed. Xander catches Tex on the rotation over. We'll have
This
even
one's kind of
2v2.
crazy. Big 2-on-2.
But look at this Viper's
Pretty
pit. I
much all
mean,
down to Koala, really.
You're gonna have
What's
a
the
hard
timing
time
like?
getting net out of that position.
No
Xander's gonna have
smokes.
to wander his way in. A couple of pre-fire shots are already
Okay,
in, but
that's all as well if Trent wants it. Doesn't need it. 11-11, we're back here.
Doesn't work out, and we'll go 11-11. Make a wish.
Logic underscore Valo. Slaggy, thank you very much for that. Imagine that's aimed at me. Thank you, Logic. Appreciate it.
Again, they sit at even 2 series
Thanks
apiece.
for that one.
Maybe the guard owned the most important of all thus far, which is a series on land, but this is the true biggest of all. It'll settle the score. One team will be ahead 3-2 in series count, and one team will be moving on the VCT the next couple of years. So I don't really have to do a whole lot of the 11-11, man. I'm getting what I want out of this. I think
Fair
the fans
enough.
are too. Getting some great Valorant here on this map.
Well, here we go. Another different look here from M80. It's gonna be.
I guess they went for the
pushing through and
Yeah, went
deep
for the
into
eye
showers
flash
this time
combo.
around.
Tried to lock
Orbital
them in
strike
showers.
He's gonna block off the front, and Tex catches an ankle.
Nicely handled
Oh,
from
Nismo
Tex,
tries
though.
to break the timing with the blast back, doesn't
Nicely
quite
handled
work
from the
out.
guard here.
And
Really
the
good
fall
round.
for the
Everyone did
showstopper
perfect. Actually,
turns
really
this
like this
into
round
a
from them.
5v3 situation where M80 are gonna have to save.
Yeah, they played that
Heavy
orbital
locked
strike
them
play
in.
again, but
A
this
lot of
time they
ults
used
into
it in a
this
different
one.
Location. They didn't quite hit
M80
through the
looking
right
to
side of the bay
save.
at the same pace. So it was a little
Makes
bit of a
sense.
this small
With these
tweak in
two.
the details that I
Or
think
would it
threw
be
M80
2
for a
4
bit of a
loss
loop.
bonus?
I think they were looking to
Yeah.
just kind of directly contest showers and catch the guard staging there, and they really didn't. Texas playing it more back defensively, able to catch some big frags there. Obviously the showstopper Trent also grabbed one. And now it is the guard at map point looking to go up 2-1 in the series. M80 though still with the shot at bringing this into OT. And again, if they could somehow steal bind from guard,
How good do you
having
think
no
these
reps
teams are
on
doing in the
map,
Americas League? Pretty good,
and
man.
considering what maps are up next,
I'm looking at like
Yep.
you start to think
fourth,
that maybe
fifth,
the needle starts to move
around
towards
there.
M80 just a touch. But if the
Potential to
guard can
do
get the job done
better.
here on bind,
Potential to do worse, obviously.
they are certainly no slouches themselves in the maps coming up. So definitely looking to try to
It's a
grab
big
control
one,
of
what
this
you're
one.
saying.
Yes.
I mean, this round right here could be huge. And the thing about it is the guard do not have any more ultimates to play with. You've got Seekers and a Nightfall at the ready for M80. They will have no more.
But let's
cheeky
see how
operators in play. In fact, it'll just be
let's
Tex
see
going
how the
uncontested.
teams looking last chance qualify. It's
And
been a
for
while
the
since we've
guard,
seen some teams.
Looks like they're going to try to use that, try to catch something
All right,
off
last
the mid-opening.
round potential.
Smokes down early. A little bit of pre-fire from Koala Noob does force out a flash, and that will be the end of that battle.
EU has his fatal.
We'll make
He
sure
is
that no
not
one's
here on the
left. He'll
site.
spot 2 players there over towards A side. He spots Viper and the Brim. So it gives him a little bit of a read lay of the land.
Oh, good
Whoa.
prowler.
Very well done.
They are straight up going for an op pick.
I mean,
Holy.
so awkward, so
Oof.
close.
Tex is looking for a pixel to peek through. Not going to work out. He will hold this position at Cubby, though. Xander has backed up to try to help out over towards Shower side. The spike is rotating, though, over towards B. Seekers will be called. The defense is going to get a lot of information.
Nice jump to make sure that this is good. EU has his ult for this one. Here it comes, minus 80. Oh, body shots, are they? Oh, and the tether. They were down to like 20. Someone was on 1 HP. They only managed to get 1. Holy hell, Trent is doing everything. Big kill. Whoa, okay, Nismo. That was a wild round. Wild. Nicely done from Nismo. Trent did his best. It was just straight up raise show.
John Cutie, yeah, he got the flash. Yeah, the Nightfall came in.
That was wild. Dude, there was one point over towards long where I think all 3 of them had like 30 HP. Could have been a crazy spray down. Nismo did fantastic.
With the triple, saves the day and keeps this in contest. And
text bias op makes sense on the chamber because you can get the trip as well. It's yep, it's made for it. TP also. But they're gonna M80 are gonna expect this. It's just what you do really on chamber.
But they hang around and force extra rounds.
And the thing about it is they're starting to build a little bit of familiarity with what they want to do on the defensive
This is going to be the
side,
flash over
so
towards Showers and then the instant rotate to B. Flash goes out long.
Putting it together late in their defensive halves to keep things relatively
Bit
tight.
of pressure. Is he happy with that? Oh god, they push.
The guard walking up B long again, and Koala noob.
Chat.
I thought
That's
for
the
sure he would
smoker
get
down.
at least 1, but not the case. And extra information for the guard that the spike is down.
Certainly can't fault him on the crosshair plays. It seemed to be dead on, but just didn't quite pull the trigger quick enough, and it's him going down instead. So advantage guard here on the defense on this first OT half. Spike still lingering over at Fountain. Slowly, we're seeing EU try to get some control of hookah position. Jonah P just playing for info. Jiggling here, does spot a couple. We'll go ahead and back off, just trying to play the numbers.
Rest of the defense not going to move though.
3 people here.
On the site. And a lot of the defensive
Fallon has all 3 smokes to delay this.
Doesn't see how many M80 members are still here, so this will be a little bit questionable, I would say, as far as what the guard are facing up
HUD's
against.
frozen again, right? There's no way that
waiting
they're
for the
thingy
proper time to
smoke.
hit.
Like,
On rotation right now is
HUD's frozen.
on the way. Oh, what a molly that is. Chips away at so many health pools. Jonah P will follow up and make good on the damage. Well, EU,
okay, 1v3. 20 seconds. Can't really get the spike. Flashing 4. Okay, nice round from Valden.
Valden will not allow him to get even one of them. Advantage guard.
Yeah, they handled that very well. They detected the long B presence early. They didn't overplay the hand there. They kept fading back. They kept chaining the utility to keep them at bay. Eventually, they force them through a Molotov. They take a lot of chip damage. And just in general, we are able to see the guard hold on defensively there. And so they
Tex
will take
gets
the
the op out. Thank you, Observer.
Need
Pressing
this
tab.
one to take the map. If M80 secure it, we extend the OT.
Attack
you know
op.
how it goes.
Yep. Glass
Not
cannon
holding a
protects this
default,
round
really.
here as well,
Nothing over
Dustin.
towards
That could be
Showers, as we can
interesting.
see. And honestly, are they gonna do
gotta know
something
it's
crazy
possible,
over
that's
towards
for sure.
Showers here? Yes, they are. So
Absolutely.
they're gonna peek out over towards
risky
Showers, the
call,
one place that isn't being
but
watched in this
With
default.
that agent, it makes sense.
So they've done the most perfect
First time
thing.
we've seen this. There's been a lot of back and
Everyone
forth,
else now
50-50
just needs to
battles over
delay.
towards Showers,
In
but
terms of the
M80
delay, it's kind of
walk
all down to the
through,
Viper.
barely even spending
Smoke
anything.
and wall.
I don't even know if they used any utility
No,
to
they
clear
didn't.
that out.
They dried the whole way, and now they get detection at long with the guiding light. And they're going to split this flank up. They're going to have all routes covered. Shift. This could be very dangerous depending on timing.
All right, here we go.
3 people on
Fireworks will
site.
determine if we have extra overtime or if it will
Only
be
thing right now
the
that will
guard
be
going
super
up
OP
2-1.
would be taking the
hit's still
TP.
not underway as of yet. This is
I mean, they're
perfect
so
from
boxed
M80.
in.
They're just
Oh,
not giving them
they
anything.
might
But
take the
train
TP with
bar
that trip.
reveals the player on the back. And now all of a sudden, the guard
Yeah,
are
they
going to
might
back
take the
up,
TP
think
with the
they're gonna
trip. 2 people
isolate.
here.
The thing they don't know
Oh god, they
about,
did the
though,
most perfect thing because
is
of the
that
trip.
the brim of Koala noob has made his
big
way
kill.
all the way over towards Fountain. Nismo still gets one. The teleport gets used to come
Brim
back
check
over
this?
towards A. But the numbers are good for M80. We've got a 5v3.
Yeah, they're able to get across the spike to A at the
Oh,
very
Trent goes
least.
heaven.
They are at a 2-man disadvantage in this post-plan hold. Trent, though, is aggressive
boy.
inside heaven. And they're also playing
And the
aggressive
op
at
sets
elbow.
up spawn.
So there's still some ways
This is
in for
kind
the
of
guard
scary.
here.
Trent got an orb as well. He only
Yep.
needs 1 kill for a showstopper. This could be unbelievably massive. Valen, first contact, he just taps at it, no worries. Here comes the follow-up.
Shot.
Oh, he's flashed and he finds the shot onto Xander. Oh no, not like this. All of a sudden, we're down to a 2v2.
Wait, Trent got another kill.
Showstopper earned for Trent. Doesn't know where to spend it yet. John Cutie on the corner.
All up to
He
John.
takes down
It's
EU
a good
instead,
plant
though.
for him.
Now the paint shell's re-earned. Timing not gonna earn out here. John Cutie would have to
time
have
on
it
this.
right now, and he's not gonna be able to.
Nicely done.
Trent will
Nicely
technically
done from
clutch
Trent.
it up for
What a
the
strong
guard.
3v5 from them.
Number 3 and
Everyone
2
did
straight
fantastic.
overtime.
What a beautiful
Double kill
pivot.
plant
Things were
for
looking
Trent to
rough.
get the
It was
ult
a
here. Made the
3-on-5,
difference.
but they made the call to swap over to the
Strong round.
opposite site. They
Dude,
put
this is a
Trent
good
in
map.
position in heaven. Tex
Bind really
plays the
delivered on
hop
this. It was great.
perfectly up close and elbow despite the pressure that